ahead and find yourself in an easy seated position. You're also welcome to lie down if that makes you feel more comfortable. And the focus for today's meditation will be on the chakra system. So we're just going to do a total body scan. Go ahead and close your eyes. Let your shoulders relax. Let your jaw relax and your forehead. Let your spine and your hips relax. And take a deep breath in and exhale it out. And then place your awareness all the way down at the base of the spine. The sit bones and the tip of the tailbone. Where the hips end and the legs begin. And the pelvic floor is the location of the first chakra, Muladhara. And this first chakra is where we find that all of our basic needs are met. The need to be connected to the earth and to our family and friends, to our tribe. The need for food and for shelter. And once these needs for food and shelter and community have been met, the first chakra is complete. The color is red. I think of it as the rich color of red clay or earth. And it's often associated with the legs and the way in which you place your feet on the ground, to stand your ground, to stand up for yourself, to stand in your truth. Feeling how that resonates for you right now, with the knowledge that you are okay. You have what you need, and you are still connected to the people that you love in this world. And then bring your attention up a little bit higher, now to the genitals, to the base of the sacrum. This second chakra is known as Swadhisthana or Swadhisthana, and it means one's own home. Think of it this way: the womb, the place of birth, is one's own home. It resonates with feelings of self-acceptance, of self-love, of self-nourishment. This is the place of sexuality and sensuality, where it's important to give yourself permission to feel comfortable in yourself as an intimate, interconnected, sensitive, and sexual being. That you adore the fact that you are beautiful and amazing, and that everybody is amazing in the physical form that they are. I often refer to it like a museum. If you were walking through a museum and all of the pieces of artwork looked identical, then very quickly it would become uninteresting. However, when you walk through a museum, every piece of artwork, even within the same category of sculpture or painting, is completely different. Each one unique and individual and fascinating because of it. So maybe in this second chakra, you feel fascinated by who you are. And you cherish and celebrate your sensuality, sexuality, and ability to be intimately connected to yourself and to the world around you. And the color here is orange. Take your awareness now a little bit higher, into the abdominal area, into the midsection of the body. This is the place of digestion. And think of it as not just physical digestion, but also emotional and spiritual digestion. Are you taking in food that nourishes your physical body? Are you surrounding yourself with things that nourish your physical body? Are you filling your thoughts with ideas and concepts that help you to feel uplifted? So, right now, maybe it's important for you to consider that there are more foods that you could be eating that will make your body feel like it's truly thriving. And to select a few of those. Maybe it's a box of blueberries or some strawberries or a salad. And the lightness and the vibrance that comes from eating those foods. And maybe you've been inside too much, watching television or on your computer, and take the day to go to the ocean and walk along the beach for an hour, pick up some shells, or go out in the garden and get your hands dirty, planting seeds so that something amazing can grow in the future. If your mind starts to have a negative thought or a feeling, notice if it would be possible just to turn it around to its opposite. Right? So the feeling, I don't like this, could turn to, I do like this. I have some time right now to focus on the things I've been wanting to take care of. And the color of this chakra is yellow. The color of sunlight, color of a bouquet of daffodils, and it's called Manipura, which means the many-jeweled city. Like the surface of a jewel, there are many different ways into the beauty of life, many different paths to liberation, and each one of us will walk their own individual path. Take your attention a little bit higher now, up into the heart. Take a deep breath in and exhale it all the way out. I love that the color for the heart center is green, and the word representing it is anahata, which means unstruck, like a bell that has not yet started ringing. And what this refers to is we have a part of us that is ever innocent, that is ever new, that has been untouched by all of life's circumstances up until this moment. There's a part of you that is always free. And you can know this to be true if you consider a situation in where, maybe you were standing next to something like a building that was on fire and you saw a puppy. And you would just take that dog and you would pick it up and you would walk away. You wouldn't have to explain the story of your life to that puppy. You would simply do the thing that made sense in that moment. Life will show you in multiple moments during the day that everything that you thought held you back is just a thought that you have in your mind. And that there's a piece of you that is childlike and beautiful and free. And this is anahata. It's where we start to realize love in its fullest capacity. and that we don't necessarily love one person more than another person, but we just love. Because in loving, we feel complete. To love the sunrise and the sunset, to love mealtime and couch time, to love our friends and to love our family. The heart chakra is where we begin to extend love out into the world, all around us, but only after feeling that we have found it inside of ourselves so that we can share it freely and without limitation. Take your attention now to the shoulders and to the chest, to the lungs. This chakra is called Vishuddhi. Vishuddhi represents purification, so the purification of the body through the energizing that comes from breathing. The color is blue, like the vast open sky. And because it's close to your throat, it often represents both the ability to breathe into your life, to breathe freely, to breathe again, and also the ability to speak your truth, to say what you're feeling, and to let that truth resonate from a deeper place. Right now in your life, maybe you can think of a time, maybe that time is now, where it's important for you to speak your truth, to add into your life something that normally maybe you don't have, or normally maybe you do have but haven't been able to get, so that you can feel grounded and centered. And it could just be as simple as curling up in a sunspot with your favorite book for an hour, or calling a long-distance friend or family member. And that simple truth will bring you back to your heart, and you'll be able to breathe again. So go ahead and take a deep breath in now. And the energy is rising. We've made it all the way up to the spine, and we'll lift now to the third eye, to the chakra called Ajna. And this is the seat of intuition. The color is the color of lavender, purple, twilight, that color of iridescence, that glowing, partially between daybreak, partially between nightfall. And it's here that you feel your intuition is clear. It's here that you learn to trust your own path, your own unique creativity, your own beautiful way of living. Just like in earlier chakras, knowing that each person will have to do it according to their own birth and life and present moment, and that's what makes it so miraculous. It's this place that I'd like for you to feel that you are totally normal, that everything you're feeling right now, that everything you're thinking right now, whether it's lightness of being or tightness of being, that these are normal sensations, and that they're occurring for very good reasons, and that once you observe them and acknowledge their presence, your intuition will lead you to help unravel anything that is holding you back and guide you forward to a place of greater stability, serenity, and liberation. There is a reflective point attached to the sixth chakra that's on the back of the head, and it's called Bindu. And Bindu is said to be the location of the silver cord that attaches the universal consciousness to the individual. It's often said to be the place in which people will find themselves drawn out through astral travel. But I often feel that simply by breathing deeply, you can feel your connection to all that is in every surface of the body, all around you and all inside of you. Lift your attention higher to the crown of the head, to Sahasrara. Sahasrara means the many-petaled lotus flower. And this flower is being ever born and ever fading away. And it represents your consciousness, your individuality, your thought, and your being. In every moment, you are creating it from scratch. In every moment, the last thought, the last feeling is passing away and dissolving back into the universe. The lotus flower has such a beautiful story because the seeds of the lotus often fall down to the silt and the dirt and the stone and the darkness at the bottom of the river. And this is where they find nourishment. This is where they find tenacity. This is where they eventually break open and root themselves into a truth that will anchor them forever. And from that depth and that strength and that solidity, they begin to rise. And the seed sprouts, and it moves up through the water, through the darkness, through the unknown, eventually up to the turbulence of the surface of the pond or the lake, and into the sun and into the light. And where it opens, its petals spread in all directions. There's a sense of beauty that one would have never anticipated from the start, from the beginning. And perhaps you can relate that to how you're feeling right now, that it's dark and turbulent. There are stones and dirt and trash, and it feels tumultuous. But there's a piece of you that is blossoming into something stronger, that is now seeking for and remembering the ways in which you empower yourself. And some of those ways could be to find all the local hiking spots near your house, and every day explore a different, natural, beautiful terrain. And one of those ways could be picking up an art project that you put down years ago and you've been wanting to complete, or learning to play an instrument, or even just cleaning and organizing your house and cleaning and organizing your notes to prepare to move forward with all of your ducks in a row, with everything taken care of. And so this final feeling is one of having what you want and wanting what you have. Because anything else is simply crazy. And the acknowledgement that we have this now, and that if this is what we have, now what shall we do? We become centered. If you say to yourself, this isn't what I want, this can't be happening, this shouldn't be happening, then you will struggle and you will suffer. But if you say, this is what is happening, therefore I want to be in this moment so that I can be the best version of myself possible, you will not only not struggle, but you will help yourself, those around you, and the world in its entirety. Take a deep breath in from the base of the spine all the way up to the crown of the head. Feel that every place, every space has been checked in upon, cleaned, brightened, and is now resilient. you are so much more resilient than you could ever possibly know. With that depth of breath and that lightness of being, with the beautiful pulse of your heartbeat, slowly and gently allow your eyes to open. Take in the beauty of the world and the colors around you. The beauty and the wonder of the world inside of you. And thank you all so much for doing a chakra meditation with me this morning. My intention was just to do a 10-minute meditation, but it's turned into a lovely 20-minute meditation, so I hope you've enjoyed it. And take care of yourselves, and we'll see you soon.